Former White House spokesman Ari Fleischer on Wednesday ripped The Washington Post for its attack on President Donald Trump's criticisms of NATO, saying the media would slam the U.S. if it were the only nation not contributing 2% of its gross domestic product to the Alliance for Defense. The MSM shields Europe from criticism, Fleischer, who served in the Bush 43 administration, tweeted. What nonsense. If 27 of the 28 NATO nations spent 2% of their GDP on defense and the US was the only nation falling short, the MSM would slam the US. With only 4 of 28 hitting the mark, the MSM shields Europe from criticism. What nonsense. https://t.co/uozilblimey, Ari Fleischer, at Ari Fleischer, July 11, 2018. In 2006, NATO defense ministers agreed to a goal that each nation would spend 2% of their GDP on defense. They now want to hit that goal by 2024. 18 years to modestly increase spending? Are you kidding me? I'm pro-Europe and pro-NATO, but they're taking advantage of the US. Ari Fleischer, at Ari Fleischer, July 11, 2018. In an editorial Wednesday, the Post bashed Trump for demanding NATO allies contribute as much as 4% of its GDP for defense, calling his attacks uniquely poisonous. The president has consistently described NATO spending inaccurately, reflecting blatant ignorance about the way the alliance works, the editorial board said. He harped on the issue at a time when the pact's 29 member states, including Germany, have been significantly increasing defense investments, something that ought to be celebrated. Most seriously, he has repeated his critiques without offering clear support for NATO and its strategic mission, leading many European officials to suspect he is trying to destroy an alliance he doesn't believe in, the Post said. In addition, Fleischer called on the anti-Putin, anti-Russia, anti-Trump people who oppose the Kremlin to call on NATO allies to raise spending, but they don't like being for military spending, so they won't. If anti-Putin, anti-Russia, anti-Trump people want to stand up to Russia, they should be the first to call on NATO nations that have failed to live up to their spending commitments to spend more. But they don't like being for military spending, so they won't. Ari Fleischer, at Ari Fleischer, July 11, 2018. Politics. The Washington Post's attack on President Donald Trump's criticisms of NATO were slammed by former White House spokesman Ari Fleischer on Wednesday, who said the media would slam the U.S. if it were the only nation not contributing 2% of its GDP. Ari Fleischer, The Washington Post, critique, NATO, defense spending $372 Wednesday, the 11th of July 2018 6:11 p.m. the 11th of November 2018 Wednesday, the 11th of July 2018 6:11 p.m. Newsmax Inc. Newsmax Inc. Newsmax Inc.